go to the date and which date you have created. Just go to the same date and delete.
Oh, okay. I don't know when I got created that one.
I think you created on 10th July, I guess.
Maybe we can once we go and check, right? We can see that,
Yeah,
right?
you can do a direct go and check the calculation route, so you can see that start date directly.
Yeah, first of all, I need to see the calculation rule that is user defined. Maybe I just put
search. Yeah, take advanced search.
Oh no, I got it actually. I'm going to change this to procurement, right? Taxability driver. This one, right?
Yes.
No,
That
we
is all.
changed it, right? We changed it to GL account, isn't it? Later? No, not that one. We changed it to GL account. I created these two drivers.
Yes, I got it. Yeah. Initially you created with the material, then after that you have changed it to GL number. Yeah, I got it.
So yeah, I
this is
created
the one
on
you created, right?
710. So
710. Copy the date and go to the same date. Do one thing. Copy that rule number. Rule number.
Rule
Copy
number
that
is
rule.
269. 269. I can remember that. It is 710.
Right?
You want me to update it at 710?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I did
710.
that.
Go to the rule information. Go to click on the advanced search. There itself. Yeah. There itself. Advanced search. Go to the rule information. Enter the rule ID and delete. You can search. You can search. You will get the same rule.
Yeah.
So you can delete this one.
So I don't get the here. Oh, I'm getting the option of deletion only if I go to that as of date.
See, as of no, so deletion option will get only when you select the same date as a start date.
Oh,
or else you will get the some view and edit option itself. You can't see the delete date. So
yeah,
because
that
in
is,
the
but like I don't see the delete date. How come I'm not seeing it? That is what I thought. So
earlier you see only the edit and view, but now you are seeing the delete options because you are using the same start date as your end date, right? So you can delete this now. You already ended this role, so it won't have any impact, but it's a delete it, no problem.
Yeah, just deleted. This is the one I created, right? Purchased in United Kingdom, yeah, and all that.
Yes.
Sure. So that is one. And I also created drivers, right? 2 drivers.
Yes.
So
If you delete the mapping, by default, it will delete the driver also, but let's see. Click on, yeah. GL number.
Maybe I can set. Oh, yeah, GL number.
Select in it will delete the GL also. It's no.
Just GL.
It is there from same.
Delete. Shall I delete that?
Yes, delete it. Same GL number, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one also. 619140.
619140 you created a driver.
Yeah. Yesterday I created.
So you created 2 drivers then. One is to start some test GL.
Yeah.
Okay.
And remaining all I didn't touch. Okay, these are all existing.
Okay, done. Got it.
That's it, right? I didn't do anything.
Yes, only these 2 changes. Yeah.
Okay, so let me go now.
Now you understood, right, how to create the driver and mapping and calculation rules as well.
Yeah, I think E2D, make sure that you are reverting changes upon testing, otherwise But okay, Sandbox, it is not connected to SAP system for some reason.
Then it's better not take Sandbox itself, right? Then.
No, Sandbox, it is not connected to SAP Sandbox system.
That is fine, no problem. That is fine. You can create within Vertex and you can test within Vertex also, right?
But we cannot do end-to-end. That's fine. We can do it in development for now. I will ask him to create in Sandbox later.
Okay.
All right. So maybe I can just go now. The link will be same. Oh, I think the link
The
is same.
same link always. The same link. The first time you have to change the password. Okay. So it will not allow you to log in. Enter the password and
case sensitive or what? Oh, it is case sensitive.
Yeah, user is a case sensitive also. In the first time when you are logging, right?
Mm-hmm.
So generally, what I'm saying, like it will not allow to log in by using the same password. You have to change the password. But let's try. Is it allowing? Okay, done. Save it. No problem.
Yeah, saved it. Yeah, it allowed me.
Okay. Can you do one thing now? Go to the tools and do some transaction tester. Because why it is not working? It should work only for the. Generally, it should work, right? Select that company code is GB01. Don't give anything. Just give the company code
This one,
GB.
division.
No, yes, division. Yes, give the division GB01.
Mm-hmm.
And the destination country in the CC, give the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
There itself, no? But you give, yeah, there, United Kingdom. Enter some amount, extended up price. Now calculate. Click on calculate.
This may be incorrect use of the calculation engine.
Or can you do one thing? Can just remove the GB01 division and
type
enter.
should I put to something? What you're saying?
No. Remove the division GB01 and enter in the company code, taxpayer code. There. Go
But
to the
this
address
is
and
not.
that's fine. Go to the address. Address is on the top. Is the second option, second tab. From the bottom on the last bottom, you can see the physical origin country. So enter the physical origin country also, United Kingdom. United Kingdom. Now click on calculate.
Administrative origin all not required.
Not required. Just you are on sales side and procurement side. You are on sales side. Okay. Then why you are getting this? An error occurred while calculating
Maybe should I
tax.
go to procurement side?
Incorrect use of tax. No, that's fine. No. So if it is whether procurement or sales, it doesn't make any difference. Is something.
Maybe I just put United Kingdom extended price 100.
And do one thing. Give that the taxpayer code is 0000 and the division is GB0.
So that is coming automatically when I use that one.
Yeah. Yes. Select that. Select that.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Rather than trying to
Please contact
calculate charge time
enter the charge to tax is 0. You missed the charge to tax 0. Yeah, now calculate. This should work. Why you are getting the? Because in SR17 patch we have issues in Vertex because it is not allowing you to enter the flexi fields manually. So while trying to calculate tax and then transaction dot null. This may be incorrect use of tax calculation engine. Please contact your software. Can you go to the line item level on the top? But this should work, no? So I don't know why it is not. Go to the line item. Click on the flexi fields. You see beside flex fields there. Now you click on edit. Just select any one line, no problem. Just
So you want me to edit this one or which?
PO doc type or something. Anything you can select. Which
Maybe
option you selected?
ZNB.
Okay. What? Okay, ZNB PO type. Yeah.
It's PO type only, right? Okay.
Yeah, ZNB PO type only, right?
Oh, it is not showing
cancel. No, why it is asking like this? It shouldn't ask like this. Just close this. Yeah, yes. Don't enter here manually. GNB. It is not allowing you, right?
Yeah, it is not allowing to enter directly.
Yeah, because it has to allow manually. Okay, no need to go and search. Because in the SR17 patch, service patch, we have some bug. Okay, so it is not allowing to test. You're not able to enter the flexi fields manually. So there is a bug in Vertex. Even though we are also having the same issue, and we raised a ticket, and the Vertex told us to just roll back your changes to service release to 16 or wait for service release 18. That's fine. Close this. But my question is why it is not working. Can you show me the standard rules? The close this. Go to tax setup. Under tax setup, show me the tax assist rules. Tax assist rules. Click on the pre-rule. Is there any rule based on to link the company code and buyer division and company? Division. Child and parent combination. I don't see any rule. Yeah, that is fine, but at least GL account input.
UK invoice. This is the one, right?
That is fine. Click there. Yeah, click that. The vendor company is this and flex plant is this. Then set the destination country GB main division to it's null. Administrative main division null. Input to tax location countries GB. That's fine. You see, so this is the one kind of rule. If the vendor is this and the plant code is this, when this combination is coming from SAP, okay, so this rule will trigger and it will make your destination country as GB. And it will destination main division is nothing but is a region code. So in the vendor master data, if the region code is, for example, some region code, okay, for example, GB. So for example, let's take is London one of the region, for example, okay. So London, it will make that main London as null by using this rule. Okay. So then again it will change the destination administrative destination dot main division. So that will also will make as null and it will set the location country to GB. So it will calculate the tax based on the GB country. It's not on the vendor country. For example, this vendor, you assume that this vendor is from other than GB. Okay, the plant is, for example, 3300. I don't know where it is located, but when this combination is matched, and it will set up your destination country as GB, and it will calculate the tax based on the destination country.
I think this is happening in case of toll actually. So where these guys vendor is from US and the plant, I believe. Maybe belongs to GB or something.
Is tolling, you mean you are talking about tolling service?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. They are doing something.
But that's fine, but
so
it seems
tell me
some
one
issue.
thing, what is the main difference between tax rule calculation here versus tax assist pre-calculation here?
The calculation rule, you will create some tax rate. You will maintain some tax rate specifically based on the driver. But tax assist rule, you can write a rule. Okay. So tax, for example, tax assist rules, I have 5 identifier. For my company code is XYZ and vendor number is this, and then my plant code is this. My destination country is GB. Okay, my physical origin country, for example, Netherlands. When this all combinations match, then I want the transaction to be taxable or non-taxable. So I can write a rule based on the combinations. I can write that I can make the transaction as taxable or non-taxable as per the requirement. But in the driver creation, you won't have these many options, right? You can select only one driver option Only one option, right? You can't go and select multiple
No, I'm
options.
not comparing driver one against this. I'm comparing
Driver in the sense
the
calculation rule, I meant to say.
Yeah, calculation rule.
Calculation rule will written based on the driver itself, right?
So
While
this
writing a
one.
calculation rule, you will select the driver, right? Taxable driver.
So here, I think maybe let me write one more here in development system. Hmm. Can I write one here? Or
Okay.
maybe let me do it for US this time instead of UK. For US at least, yeah. And imposition name, is it required, right? So maybe I
Select
say
any imposition.
fee. And this is imposition name is nothing but tax type, right?
Yes.
Okay. I kept start date today. And apply rule to selected jurisdiction only, and test rule I say. Yeah. Okay, and qualifying here I can select US, right?
Yeah.
Taxpayer, and I don't want to select vendor. Automatic is what I just selected. Condition text. Condition text. What is condition text?
It's nothing. So you want to just it will allow you to print some
So
conditions. That's not
basically, like
required.
you said, like in the tax assist rule, we can have based on multiple conditions. But whereas in the tax rule, we can
We have
only have
one
based on the tax. But we can even have
taxable
based on the
driver.
flexible fields as well, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, you can do it. But how many rules we will write like that?
No, okay, but can't I say like I will add one flex field and say this is one flex field and another text flex field one. So these two flex fields are set to something. Maybe I can make it as whatever that I require, isn't it?
See, there is no way, right? In all the scenarios, all the same flex field will come from SAP.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that. So it's always it's better to only create a rule for taxable driver itself. If that
Okay.
calculation rule is taking, see, it's working, right? So why we need tax assist rule? So tax assist rule is nothing but it's a open rule where we can cover the majority of the scenarios, but
Mm-hmm.
where calculation rule will not cover all the scenarios.
Okay. So let's do one thing. Basically, like let's create one taxability driver, and based on the like whatever code here, and maybe we can make it as non-taxable. So let me
You
search
can
some.
select that one driver here and you can use this one, no problem. You can
Yeah,
anyone
but
you
I don't know whether it is taxable. Maybe just want to see any recent transaction with these material groups.
that's okay. You can select this, no problem, no? So if you
Yeah,
have
I will
any
select it.
transactions or not, mhm.
So, no, no, yeah, there are few invoices. Maybe this is US, right? I just posted one invoice and where it has the tax on it. Right now, this is showing as non-taxable. I don't know. Maybe because so there is no tax on it. Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe what I do is I will make this gas taxable and I will set some amount. Okay. 8017, right? Okay. 80. Purchase class, right? So maybe I will quickly create the purchase class here. Duplicate tab. Oh, here in that. So I should be creating under this only, right? Not commodity codes, right?
Yeah, and under transport driver itself. Yeah.
Purchase class. Maybe I'll just create one more new guy. Code is 8710. Name. Oh, can't I put some name? Test.
You can't put any name, no problem.
Underscore test. And I just want to keep it only for US01. Okay, I don't want to. Generally taxable. And discount category, start date, there is no end date. Test driver. Testing. Share with other business events. Should I put this or not required?
If you select that business event, so it will create both sales and purchase side.
Oh, okay. I don't want
automatically.
Okay. Just save it then. 8710, right? Okay. Yeah. So now I go here and I will search for this purchase class 8710, right? I select this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So already I selected 8710 as taxable, right? Why should I even need the rule now? I don't need rule, right?
You selected taxable, but you didn't tell the system to what rate it has to give.
Oh, yeah, I didn't.
But taxable in sense we have so many rates, right?
Mm-hmm.
0 also is a taxable.
So basically, in that case, it is taxable and it goes through the standard process, and whatever is standard, its system will just calculate based on that, right? So now tax type, should I select tax type sales?
Sales tax or use tax.
Okay, just select all.
Select all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Select all.
Taxable rate calculation.
Use rate class user defined.
Filing
tax calculation method that is not recording. Single rate. Give that some rate, maintain some rate, for example 4% or something like that.
12%.
Give 4%.
Okay.
4.1 to 4.1 or something like that.
Our system we can do. Yeah, reduction we come to that later. Let's not complicate it.
Yeah.
So I just created the driver. I just created the rule now.
You can save it.
Save it.
The rule is created, right? And when you have a time, you just create a PO in SAP and test. Because in your transaction tester is not working.
But maybe I can try for this guy, right? US. I don't know whether we get the same issue. Do you think?
Try.
Should I try?
It will take some time, but you can. In the meanwhile, you can put the data. Purchase order level. Select the event as purchase order. I think in invoice level it is not working. Purchase order level it's working. I think so. But let's see.
Yeah, that is fine. Even if it works with purchase order level, that is fine. Here I just select the US01 company code.
It is not like we created a calculation rule. It has to pick the same rule. It's not like that. Some cases, it will take the presidency. Okay, what is the buyer? Whether it's a domestic. Okay, is it the domestic or what kind of thing? Like like in US, the tax determination is happened based on the TJC only, right? Based on the ship to address. So whenever it's very closing and whichever is taking a presidency, so it will calculate the trades. But in Europe, it's always I suggest you to select the Europe or APAC, Middle East countries.
So so I can run it now, or do you want me to
try, you could try. Let's see.
Here I'm not getting the taxable charge or anything. I'm not getting that.
Because you are on the sales side. In sales side, you can't see the charge of tax. You have some issue.
No, it is on the procurement side only. I'm on.
No, show me that.
Yeah, see.
Can show me.
So forget about this. Like if I create the new purchase order, the similar purchase
by using, you can create the same purchase order by using this same material group. Okay, you can understand. You can see.
You can create a copy of it, right?
Yeah.
In that runtime, it will calculate the taxes, isn't it? Or do you think it will just copy even the taxes, whatever there?
You can see your rule ID. Use a different rule ID. It will show up in the log, and you can see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just saving it, and you can see that here, or not here, where is it? Yeah, it is 8017, right? Here also you can see 8017.
Okay, go to the invoice and
let me save it. Okay, now the PO is created. PO should have 4% tax. But I don't know whether it come like that or not. But 247.
It's same PO only, so you no need to go anywhere. Just open that. Okay. Open the log. Open the log for that PO.
Yeah, I'm just opening that. Okay. So here non-taxable it is coming because I know why it is coming as non-taxable because the commodity code in the California state is non-taxable. But we kept it as taxable, right? Don't you think our rule is getting triggered on top of what is here?
Have you seen our rule is triggered here? Use the defined rule.
Let me check what is our rule number first.
No, you can see in the log. It will show as a user defined rule. Go to the log. I'll tell you. I'm thinking maybe the timing issue. User defined rule. User defined. It will be there on the above on the flexi fields itself.
Where here? Oh, in the flex fields? No,
yeah.
right? These are the
above on flexi fields. Above on flexi. Yeah. Here it will. Yeah. You see, tax rule ID is 1080561. That is a standard one, but our rule is not triggered.
But don't you think our rule is getting ignored or?
No, it will take some time, right? So we just created and now it's
No, even yesterday, right? I created it maybe after 1 hour. I still It didn't
No,
work.
it will work generally. It will work. Can you do one thing? Can you update the PO again? It should work. Okay.
You want me to update the PO?
Update. Yeah, just click on the edit. Go to invoice.
Maybe I just change the text. I can't change.
Change the quantity instead of doing that.
Yeah, updated it. No, no tax, nothing.
Save.
Yeah, it's not calculating anything.
Save, no problem.
No update
Go back.
actually. I can, but you want me to change the
If you have any chance to change the quantity or something, price or something.
quantity? I don't have. At least I have something here. So here they can find multiple, right? Now.
Now go back and refresh.
Yeah, I can see.
Check the latest one. Let's go.
Will there any thing that I need to run on the SAP side to update it?
No. It will work automatically. What is this charge of tax? Non-taxable. The commodity code is not. It's because the commodity code is mapped to Vertex category. Because Vertex category will take the precedence, right, compared to our calculation rule. So.
But at least our rule should come, right? No, you don't think our rule will come at all?
It will come. It will come because. Show me the rule once. But if it should come, whether it's working or not, but it should come because we created based on the material group itself, right? For which company code you created that rule?
Yeah, just a minute. Taxability driver. Yeah. It is on now purchase class, right? 8710. Oh shit. I think my battery is running out of charge. Yeah. 8270 is the rule.
70 is that's fine. Company code is US01. Go to your SI Silva.
271 it should show up, right? Somewhere here.
Yeah, it should. What it's not coming up right. Come down again. Let's see.
So how to read this log? Basically, like how to read this log to determine that, oh, okay, this is coming as non-taxable? How can we say that?
You see that there is an effective rate, right? 0. Non-taxable amount is showing is this, and the you see the there itself.
This one non-taxable.
Effective rate is nothing but your rate, your tax rate, and the calculated tax means your tax amount.
But which rule or which one is actually triggering on the Vertex side that is causing?
You see in the below, you see that rule ID is 3523. Go and open that rule. You can understand. This is a Vertex defined rule.
But there are multiple rules, right? Here also one rule is there. Here also one rule is there.
Yeah,
all
open.
are getting triggered 3523.
Yeah, you see, go to the log. I'll tell you. Go to the log. See, 3523 is your at state level, right? And the below rule 1080561, which is on your county level, Santiago. So because US is a multi-layer tax procedure, right? Setup.
Right. Yeah.
So in the below also we have one more rule, which is district level. You see.
Yeah, that rule ID also.
So we have multiple. Yeah, we have multiple rules. You see in the district level. Can you come down? Show me the district level. Yeah, stop. Stop here. In the district level, you see the nominated rate is 0.05, but included. Okay, district level also it is non-taxable. Sorry, it is showing is non-taxable.
Yeah,
right?
because the total tax itself is 0, right? So
because open that rule, you can understand. So these are the standard Vertex category mapping rules.
3523 is getting triggered, right? So I will go here. Calculation. Rule information, rule ID. Oh, there is no rule?
No, it will be there.
See, 3523. Entered in the
Is
rule.
there a space? And just check once.
3523, right? Did I enter anything else?
You select uncheck the Vertex defined rule. That's so. That is also one. Yeah. Remove the tax-coded driver H110.
Clear. D5. Here,
the source is Vertex defined compared to user defined. Vertex so rules will take a precedence. Okay. So now here it is showing is a 0 rate.
But in that case, how can I override? Like there is a Vertex rule and I want to give some importance to one thing, right? So how can I write the rule in Vertex to ignore the Vertex defined rule?
You have to override this rule manually.
Override? How can I do that?
Go back one screen.
Oh, here override?
Yes, if you override, it will create a new rule automatically. But don't override it at any cost, especially for US, Canada.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
If you override, can we revert back?
No, once you override, you can't revert back.
Oh. But for example, I override this rule in development systems. And to move any changes, you said something, right? We need to download a file and export the file, right?
Yeah, if it is a small change, you can do manually. But it is a huge data. Then you have to export your tax data from dev, and you have to import the same data into your quality by using import and export options.
Okay. So here, what is it saying? Like this is California state, and it also says that imposition type general sales and tax, and taxability is non-taxable, right?
Right.
But how can I know that what made the transaction to trigger this rule, right? How can I? So it is saying that non-taxable. That I got it.
Because here the commodity code. Go to log.
Mhm.
See in the rule. Go to that. Show me that rule. Ready?
Yeah, this is
You see this commodity code 8017 is a commodity code, right? This commodity code is mapped based on the commodity code.
How are you saying that this commodity code only map, not material or anything else?
Because for US, we have only commodity code based map setup.
Oh.
You can go and check the same rule. See, you search that rule, right? Just go and search with the purchase class, which is whether it is giving the same rule ID or not. Go and search in Vertex.
8017, right? 8017.
What is the rule ID? This one, just remember what is the rule ID for this. Just
3523. 3523.
Just now go and check.
I need to check the taxability driver.
Mapping.
Mapping between taxability mapping, you mean?
Yes. So this is mapped to which category?
Let's see.
3523.
Yeah, and so here I got that, and here I'm clicking on US, right? Selected US, save, and taxability driver. I can say purchase class, right? 8710. But 8710 is something I created now, right? But I didn't map to anything.
Just open that.
You want me to select 8710? Yeah, but it is connected to my rule. But I don't know.
Search.
There is no mapping because I didn't do any mapping.
Okay, go and check that calculation rule. Your calculation rule.
It is 3523, right?
Can you come down a little bit, please? Down. I can't see. I can see only the purchase rule. You just drag that. Oh, sorry. Just a second.
Yeah. Maybe I need to go into commodity thing or
No, commodity code also they are mapping, right? Go and check the commodity code. What is the commodity code in the rule? In the XML?
This one only. UP. I saw it somewhere here. Post. Yeah, see, UNSPSC.
UNSPC. Yeah, that is fine. What is the code for UNSPC? Can you search with 8017? Let's see.
Oh, in the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say 2 places in the purchase class it is coming. You mean used commodity code? This one you mean 80170000?
8017, I guess.
Yeah, see this one. It is coming.
Now you see it is mapped to advertising CAT services.
It is mapped to
Advertising services.
So this advertising services, I can go and select the category, right? We can select.
That is already category. Advertising services is a category which is having some. See, copy that advertising services. Go and check the taxable to the category. Just go back. Tax area. Search the rate for that. Search.
Yeah, this is the one. And tax analysis, right?
Yes.
Should I put? Oh yeah. Should I? I think I can put US. So it is in the California state, so it is non-taxable. So California state is all decided based on the plant, right? Based on the plant, right?
Based on the, click on the delivery address, right? Yeah, based on the TJC only.
Yeah, it is San Diego, means California only.
So the TJC will pick based on the delivery address.
Here, where can I see this one, right? Delivery address.
Delivery address, right? In the C, yeah, there. Beside account assignment, right? You see text and delivery address.
Oh, yeah.
So here you can see the California. California is a non-taxable for the services.
But it is, yeah, our rule itself is not showing up actually. That is so strange. Maybe because it doesn't recruit something when Vertex rule is formed.
Vertex, but generally it will take, at least it has to give us some data. Maybe. Okay, we'll check with some other Europe country maybe later. Okay. Go to the Vertex part now. So you know, right, how to create the calculation rule now.
Yeah.
Also coming to the second one under calculation rule.
Tax setup.
So accumulation we won't use. I never used accumulation. And coming to the basis apportionment rule. Forget of the basis also is not good. It's kind of rule, okay. But basis apportionment rule is nothing but, for example, we have some tax, right? On tax we have some additional taxes, right? For example, cess. For example, education says eco fee, right? Some pharmaceutical fee, equivalent charges, right? In Argentina, we have a perception tax, right? We have a local tax, national tax, right? Again, based on the region wise, we will calculate the perception tax. Okay, it could be 1%, 2%, 3.1%, 3.2%. For example, Buenos Aires, Caba, Santa Fe, Tucumba, right? These are the regions in Argentina, right? So as per the regions, we will create some basis apportionment rule. So basis apportionment in the sense, it's an additional tax. Okay. So for additional tax also, in the PO, we will have two lines. For example, one line is for the standard VAT, the second line is for the perception tax. Okay. For the first line, you will select the standard commodity code. For the second line, you will use some specific commodity code because in the basis apportionment rule, you will create based on the material group, like what we have written in the calculation. In the same way, you have to create some basis apportionment rule. When they have used the commodity code, it will come and pick that basis apportionment rule, some percentage. Like this is also like say
I missed the last
basis apportionment rule is nothing but it's a kind of additional tax like eco fee. Okay, for example, equivalence charge. perceptional taxes. In Argentina, we have a perception tax, right? Eco fee. In Spain, we have a eco, right? In Spain or Belgium, right? We have some eco fee or equivalent charges, right? In India, we have a cess, such bar as cess. Cess is nothing but tax and tax,
Yeah.
right? In Belgium, we have a APV fee, right? APV is nothing but additional pharmaceutical fee in Belgium, APV. In Spain, we have a equivalent charge. So something like we have some additional charges in each country level. Okay. So to accommodate these changes, like in Argentina, we call it as perception taxes. Okay. So this basis apportionment rule will only applicable be specific to the some clients, not for the all clients. For example, who are into healthcare and pharmaceutical companies. Okay, and they are dealing some transactions in Argentina and these Europe countries. We might have some additional fee like eco fee and APV fee or the equivalent charge also. In such cases, so we will create some basis apportionment rule. So again, the basis apportionment rule will again, here we have two options. So in India, we have a GST, right? And this will calculate based on the tax amount, not on the net amount. Am I right?
Right.
So like here also, the basis apportionment rule also will help to tell you on what amount you want to calculate, whether you want to apply the basis apportionment rule on the net amount or else on the tax amount.
Okay.
So those kind of settings we can do in the basis amount, but it's like same options like calculations. You see jurisdictions. Can you click on add option? We'll check that. You can add like same screen. Like a jurisdiction, you will select the jurisdiction, income, taxpayer, vendor number, bill, right?
So
Like,
tell me one thing, like when we are creating these rules, right? We created one rule with the driver, like where we have material group
you
and
can
for.
create based on the driver, you can create based on the category, you can
No,
create
why?
based on the,
In which situations we end up creating based on the category instead of driver?
there are very rare cases you will create in the based on the category. For example, there is no, last time I told you, right? For example, SAP giving some standard rate, but you want some specific tax rate. Okay. What I told you, right? You want to have some specific tax code, tax rate. Such scenarios, you created some tax code driver and you created some calculation rule and you map out the some certain rate as per your requirement, right? So I don't want to do write a multiple rules. Okay. For example, you created driver is A. So you map out, you created a calculation rule and you maintain 16%. Like I have 100 drivers. Okay. Like I have 100 drivers. I can't go and create 100 rules, right? What I'll do instead of creating 100 rules, I'll create some category. I'll maintain the category. I will maintain the 16% to that category. Then after that, I will do the mapping. I will want to create a calculation rule. I will do a mapping to that category. My drivers, 100 drivers, I will do a mapping to that category. Because in the category, you already created a calculation rule and you maintain already some certain rate.
So when we are doing that mapping to this category, so are you saying that for all the combinations you map it to this particular category? Is it what?
Yes, I'll do all the mappings, 100 mappings I will do. Instead of writing a calculation rule, I'll do the simply mapping.
Okay, I just want to search out what we searched just now. This one is not mapped, but what did we search just before? It's not
just
necessary.
click and cancel. I'll tell you. Just I wanted to show you how the basis to means what is the difference between calculation and basis rule. Right? Go to the basis apportionment rule. I'll tell you.
Now, I just want to see the mapping between the taxability mapping that we just saw, right? I just want to see that first before.
What mapping you wanted to say? Like that 8710 taxability mapping you wanted to see?
Yeah.
Yeah, go and
The
search.
one, yeah, we just saw it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
selected here.
Advertising, yes, advertising. That is there in the UNSPC mapping, right? In the commodity codes. Okay.
So
And
like the one
here I wanted to mention one more point. See, so here in Vertex we have two types of commodity codes. Okay, one is Vertex defined commodity code. One is your customs defined commodity code. Okay. So Vertex defined commodity code is nothing but is your UNSPC or HSN or any NCP codes. These are the Vertex defined commodity codes. Yeah, click on that commodity codes. If you click on the type, you can see HSN, NCP, and UNSPC. Right? So these are the standard Vertex defined commodity codes. Okay. So okay. And I told you there is one more commodity code, right? Which is custom commodity code. Custom commodity code is nothing but your material group. Custom commodity code is nothing but your material group. Your material group is nothing but your purchase class in Vertex.
Oh, okay.
Got it
So
now?
basically, since we are seeing it here, it is a Vertex defined commodity code.
8710, they are using a UNSPC code. That is a UNSPC code. The UNSPC code could be the same as your material group. Okay. So there are some material group here. We can use same UNSPC code also your material group. There is some setup. You wanted to create some custom UNSPC codes like a custom material groups, custom material purchase class. Okay, so you have to check both whether it's a commodity code or whether it's a purchase class. You have to check the both. Okay,
But
where
the
it
one
is.
which we searched, right, just now, like in the commodity codes.
8710 is a commodity code, right? So
Yeah, when we
it is
searched, we
mapped.
found the one entry, right, earlier.
Yes,
It's not
you can
finding
search
now.
now. You can search now. It will show up right now.
I just clicked on it.
Select UNSPC.
This is what it's selected, right, last time?
Just now only, right? You selected this UNSPC.
Yeah.
No, click there again.
Oh, you want me to refresh?
Refresh and search. Not, you can refresh.
Yeah, I did the complete refresh. See, 8017 or what? Give me a second.
Which way? What is the code? No, I don't know.
Oh, 8017, I think. We are searching.
801. 8017.
8017.
Now you search. Now you see, this is already mapped to.
From here, we got the taxability category, right? So, but if I define the custom driver, like where I created
where if you want to create, then you will create as a taxability driver, right? By using the purchase class option.
Yeah. So I created that, right? So just now, 80,
Yes.
this one, right? Is that 801? Oh, that is the reason. Shit. I think we did wrong, right? That's the reason it is not showing up.
Maybe you gave me some wrong code. I don't know. Yeah.
I gave this one. Maybe I just delete it and shall we create that rule again? What do you think?
You can try later and also, no problem. It should work generally, but let's see. If it is not, then we can check that tomorrow. We'll go to that. Yeah, you can try. Okay, you can try.
No.
And
So tell me one thing, like, so just I will create that later, but so now I have this driver, right? So I need to connect this driver to the taxability category, right? That we need to do in the
mapping, taxability mapping.
Right. So
that you can do in the both ways. So you can do in the mapping, or you can create a calculation rule also. In both ways, you can assign some rate.
Okay. Because basically, driver can be connected through the tax category using the mapping, or the tax category will decide whether it is taxable or not. But
Yes.
we can even connect this driver to a rule that also
Yes.
tell whether, but that it also tell how much percentage is it, right? That is
You
when
are,
we go into the rule.
yeah. In the calculation rule, you are creating manually and you are maintaining the rate manually.
Right,
Calculation rule, right?
right.
But when you are doing a mapping, so you are doing the mapping to certain category, but you don't know what is the rate for that category. You have to go and check
Yeah.
the category. So that is the difference. That's it here.
Okay.
But
So
both
now,
functionality is the same.
mhm.
Functionality is the same, but the difference is here you will enter the rate manually, but in the mapping, the system will pick the rate automatically as per the category.
Okay, so US01 is selected and driver is purchase class 8710, whatever that I created, right? And so what else I need to do?
Just search. If you have already done any mapping for this,
No, I didn't do any mapping for this.
if you don't do any mapping, right, how you can see that mapping, right? You have
No,
to
I need
create
to
and
add
say,
it, right? First,
yes,
I need
first
to
you have
add
to
it.
add that.
Okay, so here I don't put end date. Entities, I can put, oh, here in the entities, I need to put my thing.
Yes, company code or country. The taxpayer select the company code, under which company code you are creating this driver. If you select a parent, it will work. It will applicable all the company codes
Yeah,
automatically.
no, I don't want to do that. Okay, just selected this mapping status, not map,
Search.
H710,
Click
right?
search. Now it's
Yeah,
showing that it is not mapped. You see.
yeah. So
You
now I need to add this.
click on add, and select. Go to the category now. Taxable category. Go and search category service. Search. No. Go there. Click enter service and click the search option there.
Oh yeah,
It should come like this. Yeah.
then
Now
it is.
you can select and save. So it is mapped to service category now.
So basically now you can see it is, yeah,
Yeah.
and now whenever I come here next time,
Hmm.
put tax driver.
And the problem is you don't know what is the rate in under tax services category, right? For US.
Right.
So for that purpose, you have to go back to the category, taxable category, and you have to search the rate. So
But
that is the
even there it
difference.
is not there, right? Okay, just a minute. Let me search based on this first of all.
Search.
Yeah, I
You see,
think now this is
you map
connected
out
to
to
the service.
services now.
But if I go to services, right?
Hmm.
So just a minute. Services, tax analysis. Where can I see the
Taxpayer, select the taxpayer you created for US, right? Select the US, then it
uh,
will display. Just wait, let's see.
and this
Click
is
there.
again
Yeah.
within the US. We need to see, right? Which one it is and all that. So
Yeah.
basically, depending on the region and all that,
Yes,
if you need to have
it will
multiple
give the rate.
components,
Yes. You see,
so
majority of the regions it is non-taxable one except
why?
Hawaii.
How
It is taxable, right? It is
4%?
4%. For all the other regions, it is non-taxable services.
Hmm.
Okay. In
Yeah, and
California, also
here
like
we have multiple options here. Like, do we get
condition
to
rule.
select?
Condition rules. This is so. If you want, you can change. For example, in Hawaii, you don't want to calculate tax. You can change the automatic rule to standard one. For example, if you select the different one, select this for second up radio button, and you can see the rate. What is the rate? Okay, it is calculating 4.166%. What about the
Mhm.
second one? This is
0.50.
condition is nothing but it is having some multiple rates. That means, okay, this category in Hawaii is having multiple rates. As per your requirement, you have to map.
But if you need to change, but in which case we select this versus this particular thing?
If you automatic in the sense, based on the category mapping, the system will automatically go and read. If you see, if you this category, this driver you map to services, right? There is one more category you see, Hawaii and optimum rate. If you map that driver to Hawaii and optimum rate, it will come and pick that 4.166%.
Yeah.
If you map to general or wholesaler, okay, if you map to general wholesaler, it will give 5%, 0.5%. Okay, something like that.
Okay.
There's a difference. Okay, these are the categories only. Itself. You see, you clearly showing that.
This so like this we are looking at under the category services, right?
Yes.
Under the category services, why we have too many again services? Why optimum rate?
Those are the categories, and there is, if you map to services, you will get that. If you map to services, if you map to Hawaii optimum rate, it will give that rate. If you map to general or if you map to wholesaler, it will give the same rate because two categories having the same rate. It is not like only general category you have to use always. We have two options. You can map to general or you can map to wholesaler.
Right.
That rate is separate. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, going back to
Tax rules and the apportionment rule. Now click on add. So now you see this is, right, jurisdiction, company, imposition type, you will select, and under qualifying conditions, you will give the company code and the driver details and all, right. In the details tab, go to the details tab. Here you see it is a little bit different, right? And in a calculation rule, you have an option that you can select the user define. Then after that, you select a calculation method as single rate. Then after that, you maintain some rate.
Yeah.
Right, but here it is some slight different in the details. If you select the tax type, just go to the general one. I'll show you. Just create a new one, some dummy or something. Select a country, for example, Argentina.
We have Argentina here. Okay.
Yeah, this clicks. Select the imposition type. You see, we have perceptions. No, we are creating a perceptions, right? Perception first one. Basis apportionment, I told you, right? Basis apportionment rule is for the additional taxes. It's not a standard one. Okay.
Yeah.
Qualifying conditions. Do you have any company code in Argentina?
Yeah. We might be.
In Argentina, have you added this IIBB postings?
No, Argentina work very less.
Okay.
So I don't know. Just turn on this one.
3001. Give the countries AR and such.
Country. Oh, I don't have the country.
AR. You see, it is there, right? Below city, you see. Sorry.
Below city, it is currency, right? Oh, this is currency.
No. Country is there, right? Say below city, company code, company name, city, country, currency.
Where is country?
It is there, right? Below city, you see.
Below city currency is there, Raju. See, this one is currency, right? You are seeing my screen, right?
No, close this. I think close this pop-up. I'll tell you. Close this pop-up. Okay. Now you see.
Here you mean. Okay.
Here, yeah, here I want to say. Enter AR.
Yeah.
That's fine. Go to Vertex. I'll tell you. No problem.
Should I select something?
It's not required, right? If you have any company, you can select, or you can leave it blank. Okay. Now go to the tax type again. Here you will give whether you want to write a perception rule based on the vendor or based on the driver. You can select accordingly, right? This is clear how to create. Okay. And the data
So when
tab.
we select based on the vendor, we don't need to select this thing, right? We can just keep it blank.
Sorry, which can you repeat again?
When I select company code and also the vendor, and I don't need to select this
No, not
type.
required.
I can just leave it blank.
When you select the company and vendor, that is good enough. Okay. If you want you to more specific, okay, I want to apply this perception from this vendor when I purchase some ABC material. Then in that case, you can add that driver also, right?
Right. Yeah.
We have such kind of scenarios also, right? When I purchase some ABC material from this vendor, I want to apply the perception tax. When I purchase other materials, I don't want to apply. That's it. In that case, you will add the material group, right? So that is completely depends on your requirement. Okay.
Right.
Now in the tax type, select the IVA VAT. In Argentina, we call it as IVA, but it's nothing but VAT. Okay. So here, select all. Now here you see, I told you, right? The basis apportionment is based on the region level, right? Now again here it is asking the jurisdictions. If you expand that, you can see You can see so many series. Do you see Santa Fe, Jujube, Salta? So these are regions in Argentina.
Maybe I just select two of them. Okay.
Yeah. So if you select, yeah.
And composition name?
Imposition type. It's a perception tax, right? It's a perception tax.
So this one.
Perception tax. Just maintain the rate is 1.
And where are we telling that this perception tax is based on the net amount or on the tax amount? Where are we telling that?
Enter that one. I'll tell you.
You want me to say this or no? What do you want me to enter?
Just no. Enter that rate is perception rate is 1. For example, it will calculate 1. Okay.
Yeah. Can I add it or how is it?
You can add. No problem. Add it now. It is. I'm thinking it is in the calculation rule only, not in the perception. Perception is nothing which is by default it will calculate on the country region wise itself. Here we don't have an option on the to select a net amount or the tax amount, right? So by default it will calculate on the region level. Can you click on the Salta, the below one?
Which one? This one?
Region, yes. Same.
You want me to add? Oh, I need to add it separately then. Yeah.
You have to add because you added 2 regions, right?
Yeah. So for Salta, I added 2. For San June, I added 1%.
Salta,
but where can I see that this is on the tax amount, not on the net amount? Where can I tell?
Actually, just correct me. Actually, so it's my mistake. Actually, for the Argentina, I remember now. For Argentina, based on the regions, it will by default it will calculate the tax. It is not on the tax amount. It is not on the net amount. Okay, it will calculate 1% on the net amount directly on the net amount on the turnover tax. Okay, it will by default it will work.
No, it is on the net amount.
It will on the net amount. So now I remember. Sorry, actually, in Spain, you remember, in Spain, equivalent chargeable tax will calculate based on the net amount, right? In Spain, if you have any idea, equivalent charge tax will calculate based on the net amount. But in Belgium, can you go and search in the Google? In Belgium, we have some fee we call it as APP fee. Okay, additional pharmaceutical Belgium fee, we call it as. So that fee will apply based on the tax amount itself. So it will not calculate on the net amount. It will
So
calculate
basically, that is something we don't control. It is based on the
based
itself.
on the,
It controls.
yeah, by itself it will calculate. Like in India, we have a cess, right? Cess will calculate on the tax amount. So tax amount will take as a net amount. So such cases, you have to select in the calculation rules, not in the basis apportionment. Sorry, it's my bad. So here, once you save this, right, when you are posting an invoice, the supplier and the buyer master data, you will update the region code, right? Right. For example, your company is buying some ABC material, okay, from some XYZ vendor. So vendor will have the proper master data, and your buyer also, your company could also will have the proper master data. So in the both cases, you will update region code. Region code is nothing but like these are the region codes. Once the region code is coming from SAP to Vertex, it will combine with the regular basis apportionment rule. Is there any rule is created based on the region code? If it is that, if yes, it will come and pick the basis apportionment rule rate, and it will be the 1% or 2%, whatever the rate you have created here. Okay. So this is the kind of additional tax.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
So this is, but it's very rare only for many. Actually, I can say only Argentina as of now using this perception IIB postings, not other countries. Only Argentina is using perception taxes. Okay. So and come to the next one. And the tax rules, we use only calculation and basis apportionment. That's it. So invoice text code, credit and invoice, yeah. And there is one more thing. Sorry, there is one more thing also. No, Citus by default it will take. Okay, Citus is a place it will decide where to collect the tax. See, if it is a buyer, if you purchase side is completely based on the vendor country, right? Origin country. Vendor will charge the tax, not you, right?
Yeah.
The Citus will identify, okay, tax has to collect from the vendor country, which is physical origin country. In terms of sales, it is always on the ship to country, which is your destination country, right? So this location will pick automatically by the Citus. So nothing you can do here. But I think I want to mention one thing, the recoverability rule. No, in my first class, I told you some rights non-deductible and recoverable and non-recoverable. I told you, right? For example, the tax is going to adjust into your expense line, right? For example, I have a company code in Germany, okay, and I purchased some material from the same German vendor, okay, and okay, so this vendor is not deducting any tax. Okay, is not deducting any tax because is a non-deductible vendor. But still, he will issue the invoice with 19% standard rate. Okay. So in that case, what you will do, you will calculate the tax 19%, but you will show that 19% as an expense, not a tax amount. Expense in the sense is good.
But why can't we do withholding tax? Why can't we enable withholding tax for that vendor and hold the tax and pay it to the tax authority later?
Withholding tax is completely different, right? So withholding tax is a direct tax.
Yeah.
Right? But here you are purchasing some products. So you are taking some service or you're purchasing some goods. Right? So withholding tax is a completely different tax, and Vertex will never handle the direct tax. Vertex will handle only indirect tax. We can't do any withholding tax setup from Vertex.
No.
Okay. Vertex, not only Vertex, any tax engine will never deal direct taxes. It is purely for only indirect taxes.
Oh, okay.
You can't do any kind of configuration in.
So for direct taxes, wherever the vendor is enabled for withholding tax setup, and if I'm posting an invoice against that with vendor with withholding tax, and Vertex don't interfere at all because you are
Yes,
already
no,
having withholding tax.
no. There are some cases vendor is belongs to withholding tax at the same time is also collecting some fee from the customer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have two scenarios. Like if you take Turkey, Turkey is the
Mm-hmm.
best example. Turkey, Mexico, India, because all the countries who don't have any withholding tax setup. Like in Thailand, we have the withholding. Brazil, Mexico.
India we have, right? India we have withholding
Yeah,
tax.
India we have withholding tax. At
Yeah.
the same time, here you want to calculate withholding tax and direct tax, indirect tax. So in that case, how you will manage? So withholding tax, you have to completely set up within your SAP system. So you have to create like same like tax procedure, like how we define the tax codes, like in SAP, right? For the indirect tax. Like same way withholding tax, you have to create the tax code and you have to maintain some tax rates. So that is
Yeah.
completely taken care within SAP. But for indirect tax, that will make a call to Vertex and Vertex will return the rate. But the invoice will post with withholding tax and direct tax with two different tax codes,
Oh.
right? With two different tax codes. One is for withholding tax, which is coming purely from SAP. One is indirect tax, which is coming from Vertex.
Mm-hmm.
Now here the recoverability rule in a sense, as told you, right? The vendor will issue the invoice with 19%, but the system, because the vendor is a non-detectable vendor. Okay. So
Why those vendors will be marked as non-deductible? Is it because they
the
shouldn't be
nature
collecting
the
taxes?
nature of the business they have started, like I don't know, like we have a sub kind of deferred vendors and non-recoverable vendors, right? We have separate vendors for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have a regular vendors, we have one-time vendors, we have deferred vendors, we have non-deductible vendors. Okay, we have a recoverable vendors. We have many kinds of vendors. Okay, so there are
Okay.
some cases where the vendor is belongs to as a deductible or non-deductible. So in such cases, you will write a recoverability rule. Okay. So what
Mm-hmm.
recoverability rule will do? The recoverability rule will won't calculate any taxes. Okay. And it will adjust your tax amount into your expense line.
Okay.
Okay. For that purposes, you will write a recoverability rule. You can click on the recoverability rule. Again, it will be it looks like same a calculation rule. You see jurisdiction, click on the add. Same jurisdiction, imposition type, but here the difference is here you see in the bottom there is some rate percentage, right? Here you will maintain as a zero. That
But
means
so in this case, the expense account is nothing but whatever is the GR document posted, that
yes,
expense account by default.
yes, the same VAT amount will go and add into that GL, same GL number.
That will add up in the same line, or that will add
Same
in the
line,
sub
same line.
line.
It won't generate any extra line. It will go into add into the same line. We can see only two lines. Generally, we
Mm.
have three lines, right? When the tax is calculated, it will generate a separate line for
Yeah.
tax, right?
Right.
But for the non-deductible, it will won't generate a separate line. It will go and add into your expense line because for recoverability, we are using the accounting keys NVV, right? NVV is a code where we are selected posting indicator as a expense out or distribute to expense line. So we are not selecting to post in a separate line,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is the reason it will won't generate any separate line item. It will go and add into your expense line. If you maintain zero here, okay, if you maintain zero here, so it will won't recover any amount. So whatever the 19%, for example, 100 rupees your net amount, right? And on top of it, it is calculated 19%, which is 19 rupees. Your gross amount is 119. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. For example, here in the recoverability rule, if you maintain 0, right, it will add your total tax amount to into your expense lines. Means that is 119, vendor is 119, and GL is 119. 2 lines. Okay. Here, if you add some percentage, for example, 10%. Okay, if you add here, if you add 10%, okay, what the system will do, it will calculate, okay, 9%. It will divide into two parts, 19%, right? So here you added 10%. What is the remaining percentage in 19? So we have only 9%, right? So it will calculate 9% tax, okay? 9% in the sense, what is the 9% in 100? Which is 9 rupees, right? And 10% is means 10 rupees. So what it will do, it will generate a fund line item with 9 rupees, the tax line, and the 10 rupees will go and add into your expense line.
Okay.
You are getting me?
So basically, out of 19%, if I put 10%, that 10% go into that expense line, but
and
the
the
remaining will
9%
go
will calculate the
into tax.
VAT amount, VAT account.
But at the time of paying tax to the tax authority, right? Ultimately, like if I put 10%, right? That 10%, even though I need to pay, so basically we need to pay $19 as the total tax.
Right.
But because of this recoverability rule, we are paying only $9 to
we are
vendor.
paying. No, we are paying everything. We are paying 19 rupees. We are paying 19 rupees, but here we are splitting that amount. We are showing that 10 rupees for the, for example, you can consider like
But that vendor shouldn't be collecting any tax, right? That guy is a non-deductible.
Non-deductible. He is non-deductible. That's okay. He will shouldn't collect any taxes, but he will show the tax amount is a handling charges, like freight charges. He is collecting in the form of freight charges or delivery charge. So he's not
Okay.
taking like a tax. Okay, he's showing it like a.
But how come that guy is showing taxes as handling charges and collecting the amount? Why do they need to do that?
That I don't know why,
Crazy,
because we have
right? Crazy
yeah
guys.
that is a crazy, but they will show this as a some expense, expenses sense,
So basically, we
some
are paying
labor
all the
or
$19
transport.
to vendor,
Yeah,
but
basically
it is just
you have to pay.
yeah, in our books, we are writing little differently based on this recoverability rule. That's it.
But in the end of the day, you have to pay $19. Okay, there is no exception. So, and the $19
But
you are splitting.
since because of this recoverability rule, when we are running the tax report, how does the entry shows? Like it shows that $19 I paid to the vendor as a tax, right?
It will, yeah, it will show like this. For example, I told you, right, 10% will go and to add it into your expense, and 90% will show as
Yeah,
an
that I
input.
understand. But what is the need for segregating that amount into expense and also separate tax line?
That is
Where
as
we,
per
why?
because
Uh-huh.
we don't know, right, that the vendor is issuing the invoice. So as per the vendor invoice, we have to pay to the vendor, right? Because we are the not just we are purchasing from the vendor. So vendor is liable to, because in tomorrow, into going forward in the future, the vendor has to responsible to the government, right? How, on what basis you collected this tax from the customer? Because ultimately he has to confirm to the government, right? Not us. If you are collecting from customer, then you have to tell to the government, and this is the and on this basis I collected this tax amount. 10% is handling charges, 5% is the VAT. Something, but we are not responsible for that, because vendor is responsible for this. Because while he's submitting the reports to the government, right, they will come and ask on what basis you deducted this 19% as 10% is expense, at 9% is a VAT amount. Have you seen this kind of scenario like partial deductible, partial recoverable? Have you seen this kind of
I have
scenarios?
seen one scenario where it was very funny, right?
You can
there
see
is
these kind. You can see these kind of scenarios only for the Europe countries. Majority of the Europe countries.
yeah. I have seen one scenario where I see both indirect tax and also the direct tax on the
Direct
same
tax.
transaction.
Yeah.
And
That is a common
yeah,
one. That is standard one. That's not a problem because we have some withholding vendors also, right? Withholding vendors also will give the service, will sell the goods, right? So he is
I
liable.
think that invoice maybe had multiple lines, and one of the line that material we should not pay taxes to the vendor. For other line, we need to pay taxes to the vendor. Something I think we
Because
it's so complicated.
because tax is always calculated based on the line item,
Yeah.
right? It is not on the old document level.
Yes.
Because I purchased some 10 materials from the same supplier. Okay, in 10 materials, 5 materials are non-taxable, 5 materials are taxable. Again,
Right.
in the taxable, one is standard rate, one is reduced rate, one is super reduced rate, one is lower rate, like different rates, right? If you apply the tax on the invoice, that is completely wrong, right? Because I have a non-taxable products also, right, in the invoice. You can't apply the taxes on the whole invoice. You have to collect the tax based on the material wise,
Yeah.
right? Based on material wise in the thing, but your line item wise. So tax will always calculate based on the line item, not on the whole document level, not on the header level.
Right.
So like because tax is a big area because wherever you go, whenever they are doing some sales and purchases, right? Everywhere that money is involving, where the money is involved, that taxes will come automatically.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So like this is where you will create the recoverability rule. Under calculations, you have to remember how to create a calculation, how to create a basis apportionment rule, and how to create the recoverability rule. Only these three options we will use that under tax calculations. Okay, we don't do anything with the basis, credit, inclusion, invest tax. These are the things, but you won't have any impact. See, post calculation evaluation automatically when the rule is triggered, automatically the post calculation rule also will trigger. So there is some interrelation between the calculation rule, basis apportionment rule, or recoverability rule, a max rule also. Okay, so post calculation rule automatically it will. If you go and check any SIC log, and go and check your SAC log that the SAP is just open, right? You can see the post evaluation rule also here. On the below the rule ID, you can see the post evaluation. You see there is an inclusion rule ID.
Yeah.
So that is your post inclusion rule ID. You can go and search that rule ID. You can see that rule ID also in SAP Vertex. So that is but that won't have any in this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
In this one only post calculation evaluation here only. You have to search here. You have to search here. Evaluation. That is not a calculation rule, right? That is a evaluation rule. Here you have to search. It also looks like same calculation. Same screens all in
But
calculation.
what does this guy do actually? It is not available.
No, it will there. Go to that. Go to the log again. Just capture the rule properly and search.
Very clear everything. Yeah, 1280125, right?
Just second. Where is that rule? Oh, inclusion rule.
1280125, right?
Search it. You're not getting anything.
No.
Just a second. So sorry, that is inclusion rule, right? It is there on the below the credit, not post evaluation. Below the credit inclusion rule.
Below
Above.
there? Oh,
Below credit. Yeah, there this
inclusion.
one. Inclusion. You are checking on the post calculation. Sorry, today I joined from mobile, so that is reason. So because
Oh,
system is restarted, so I joined from mobile.
Oh, okay.
That is where I'm saying. Yeah, now you see, this is a calculator. Yeah.
But what this guy does actually?
This one.
Mm-hmm.
This one will don't have any tax impact, but you can see what kind of tax is calculating. You can see in the California, it is applying the sales and use tax.
Mm-hmm.
This is, you can understand, okay, this post inclusion rule will help to identify what kind of imposition it is applying.
Oh, okay.
And what kind of transactions it is using. You see, this is used for purchase, lease, rental purposes. For all these transaction types, we can apply, they will apply sales and use tax. And this is valid from 2010. So this kind of information it will give, but it won't give any tax, this thing, tax rate related.
Yeah, this is just the kind of
just you know,
information
kind
role.
of information itself. That's it. Kind of information.
Okay. And max tax.
Just for max tax rules also like kind same rules. Like you can go and search. Invest text is nothing but like we will print some invoice text, right, and the customer
you were
invoice.
saying something. Yeah.
So this is we have some standard
Maybe
templates
we
also
need
as per
to
the
go through
country.
this tax assist
The
recalculation
tax assist rules is
tomorrow.
very important. The tax assist rules is the only thing you have to focus. Only three options. First three options: pre, post, and lookup.
Lookup. Okay. And what about allocation tables?
Allocation rules is nothing but like a kind of lookups, but we won't use the allocation rules. We only use the lookup tables.
And these lookup tables are always used within this tax assist rules?
Yes, only within the tax assist rules, not anywhere else.
Okay, got it.